and welcome back to Anti-Depressing. This is the show where we talk about everything from liturgy
to Lexapro. We're back. We're back.
Oh my gosh.
We're back.
Oh
so
man.
happy. So happy to be back because we missed you guys.
It's been like 100 years, actually.
It has been 100 years. Christina Perri wrote that song knowing that sometime later, that was 1,000 years. So she wrote that song
1,000 years.
knowing, and then Five for Fighting wrote 100 years knowing that years later there would be a podcast where we would be on a summer break. So we are back, you guys. We're so excited. Summer is done. But I wish you would tell the Florida sun that it is 3 trillion degrees.
So crazy.
Dude, I was talking to your husband the other day and I was like, dude, what's the weather like? And he was like, it's like 75. I was like, that sucks because here it is 102. And I went outside the other day and I actually have never felt that hot, like in all my years of living here. And I just, I was shocked. I was shocked.
I know. And I do feel that our burden to carry in this life is that you or I will always be complaining about the weather. Like one of us will always be.
Because when it is snowing where you are, but it's done past being cute, I know that you will be like, all right.
I'll be the one complaining and you'll be like, it's 75. And so somewhere it is always 75 degrees and there's poetry in that.
And there is poetry. Yeah, for sure.
But really, it's why we as friends are called to be snowbirds. Like that is why I have a home here and you have a home there and we work from home so that we can like swap, which is why you need to start working from home. So if you are out here and are looking to employ someone to work in a job that is not so high stress that it's going to ruin Chanel's life, also not one that affects people's souls. So I know what you're thinking. And yes, Chanel's good at ministry. But not today, okay? Not today.
Not today. Doesn't want to.
You know of like a low stakes, chill job that would give Chanel good insurance, but also afford her to be able to live in Wisconsin in the summer and then Florida in the winter? Just let us know.
Just let us know. Just shout it out. Shout it out. Yell it out. Because right now I'm working, saving up PTO so I can go to camp next year and hang out with you. So I'm saving it up. I got 6 hours every pay period. Isn't that just like nauseating? But we're doing it.
A bummer.
Yeah, but we're doing it. And eventually I'll have enough to be off for Christmas soon. So I just am like excited to be working.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, me too. And speaking of a house and houses, you guys, if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Music or Bandcamp, I don't even know, SoundCloud,
what do people use?
However you're listening to us.
YouTube even?
YouTube, I need for you to kind of turn it down, shut it off,
and
go to the home screen of your phone and download that Fio app and listen to it on Fio because you guys, you know that is our home. That is our host podcast platform. And we would love if you listen to us on Fio because we just like get money for how much. I'm trying to find a nice way to say it. But the more that you guys listen, the more that Chanel can pay her mortgage and Jasmine can send her children to college. So when that's the
truth.
Yeah. So when you think about not listening on Fio, you're like, another app. Just think about the fact that if you're friends with me, which is like a pretty easy thing.
Yeah.
And you come to Florida, do you want to be hosted in my home?
Or on the street?
So think about that.
Or paying for a hotel.
See?
So what do you want? And I do think it is kind of crazy. I think people sometimes assume like Spotify, Apple Music or whatever, there's some kind of like royalties involved. Like people don't see money off of those platforms unless they're like very famous, unless they're getting like tons of listens. And Fio is different insofar as like it actually you don't have to hit a certain threshold before you start making, like you get paid per listen. And I know this is like, this feels whatever. It might feel
gross
to you, but we're not asking you to fund our salaries.
We're not.
Like many ministries are. Like we
We're
are
not.
not asking you to do that. We're just simply saying, if you're going to listen anyways,
Just listen
why
on this
wouldn't
app.
you listen on this app? And also, the whole app is created by Catholic creatives for Catholic creatives. So like anything you're listening to, music, podcasts, all the stuff, which there's tons of different Catholic podcasts on there too. Not that you would need to listen to any others, but there are tons of other ones if you fancy that. And so it's just like a one-stop shop, all good Catholic things. I've honestly been loving it as a mom because there's playlists, and one of them is like Monday mornings with the kids, and you can just put it on and know there's going to be like no weird ads, no weird music, like just
no weird stuff. Because your kids, something about Jasmine's kids is they pay attention.
Oh,
so
yeah, they're gonna hear it.
Yeah, they know what's going
It's a good
on.
little spot. So go download Fio if you haven't yet. Listen to us on there. We are the first Fio original podcast, and we're very proud of that.
We're the first. We're one of the best. I'm not going to say the best because the other ones are also great. Everyone's good at what they do. So all we're asking for you to do is download this freaking app. Download this app.
I don't think that's too much to ask.
Because I have a special set of skills and I'll find you if you don't download this app.
Chanel's trying to buy toilets and I'm trying to buy diapers. And so please fund this.
I am. And the long and the short of it is that the summer updates, which we are about to do, are that Chanel is moving into a house. She has obtained a home and she needs to buy toilets. You are correct. She also needs to rewire the house, which is an amazing amount of money. And she also needs to buy beds. But you know what, you guys? We don't even have to talk about money because money is not important. That's not what matters. What matters is that we're right here, right now, and God is real. And I've just never felt more like dancing. So.
Oh, I'm so excited. Are you ready?
I am.
Ooh, turn this up. I can't believe it.
Me either. And before we do our summer updates, actually, my mom got me over the summer. She got me a 3001 Would You Rather questions book.
She knows you so well.
I'm going to need you, Jasmine, to give me any number between 1 and 3001.
Okay. 1200.
Okay.
And 6. I'm going to make it so hard for you. 1200.
No, there we go. I'm already there. Okay. 1206, you guys. What is it? I hope it's something weird. Okay. Very Catholic. All right. Would you rather be friends with a witch or a fairy?
That's actually crazy.
That's actually really crazy.
A fairy. If I don't know fairy lore, like real fairies, but I do know Peter Pan. And if that fairy was Tinkerbell and then I could fly, then I'm down. So that's the context. Or even if that fairy is the person that plays Tinkerbell at Disney, who makes a ton of money every night, by the way. And could get us free tickets, then I'd also be into that, you know?
So what you're saying is this episode is sponsored by money because it's all going to keep coming back to money. But honest to God.
It's essential to us.
True. But honest to God, like good answer. I would also choose fairy upon first blush, but then with further thought, I don't know. I might choose witch, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, but are you talking like a real, like a fictional, like Scarlet Witch situation, or are you talking like a woman in modern day who believes she's a witch? Not that one.
So I'm talking
friends like that. And
I'm talking Scarlet Witch, ghouls and goblins, the color orange, kind of silly
like,
stuff.
Hocus Pocus.
Like I'm talking Hocus Pocus, like the fun little witch. So I would be like friends with them because
what about,
then
the grandma from Halloween Town.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Because then I could just reach into her bag and pull out a little cake and just hang out. So I would be like friends with a witch like that.
That's actually fair.
Yeah. But like fairies are also it. Tinkerbell has a little stank attitude and I love it. And you know, and she wears cute little dresses. So honest to God,
both of us were like, I would be friends with the one that's in a Disney movie. on both.
Yeah, pretty much on both sides there are minimal options. And
Yeah,
yeah, besides like real witches and
and like real
I'll
fairy.
pass
I
on
don't even
that.
know where the
And
lore
then
is.
yeah, and then fairy gardens are pretty cute though, so
Oh yeah,
that
that's true.
honestly might sway me there.
In Bluey, there's fairies, like little fairies that come and do cute stuff. Okay, so
We're gonna keep
all
praying
right.
about it, y'all, and we'll
Then like
come back with like our
Disney fairy.
final answer. Yeah, but before that, Jasmine, or after that,
Yeah,
exhilarating choice that you made, how the
thank
heck was
you.
your summer? It's been like
Okay,
friggin' forever.
I know, and you guys, it is still July, so I know there's like a lot of summer
And not
left. And
when you're a grown up,
for all
too.
you hopefuls out there,
Yeah, summer's not real. You're listening to us
summer
now
is
driving to work. You've had a headache for the past week. You
yeah,
probably
it's
didn't drink any
true.
water. You're looking at
You
your
probably did
vitamins in your nightstand. You know you haven't
Mhm.
taken them.
And then you're seeing all the people posting, like, taking their kids to the beach, taking their kids on vacation. You're like, "I'm just going to my job." And it is kind of a bummer.
Mm.
I My daughter the other day was asking, like, "Why does daddy work in the summer? Nobody works in the summer." And I was like, "Actually, honey, kind of everyone does." Like, really, truly,
Actually.
almost everyone.
Mm.
And it is kind of a bummer, but my summer has been great, chaotic, beautiful, normal
Mm-hmm.
camp stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we were gone until last week,
Love.
just running these camps,
That's
living the
crazy.
lifestyle.
That's crazy.
It was wild. Everything was great. Our staff was awesome. The campers were great. Like everything was just pretty smooth overall. You know, there's always like interesting moments when you have just so many teenagers in one place.
Uh-huh.
But truly, like so many God moments, so much beauty, so much grace. Always cool to be able to like put on both the like theology hat and my like planner hat, and
Mm-hmm.
then also like get to dip into counseling stuff because there's obviously like mental health needs that come up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so it's cool. It was a great summer. Great summer. I'm happy to be home. This
Mm.
is the first summer in since 2021 that we have not been moving in the summer.
Wow.
So we moved 3 summers in a row, like to Florida, to the other house in Florida, and then to here.
Wow.
And so it is kind of amazing because we came
Yeah.
home and I'm like, we don't have to pack anything.
Wow.
We're just in our house. It's
Wow.
actually amazing. So it's been really great to kind of enter into this part of summer where we're doing fun things. The girls are going to vacation Bible school. We're like really doing up
Love
just
it.
our life. It's been so beautiful.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. And I love for anyone, I don't know, will Jasmine do a house tour one day? IDK.
No,
We all hope
really,
so.
it's just be this studio that you ever see.
Maybe, maybe.
I could
But
put
you guys,
a house.
true, but you guys can trust me that that house is freaking cute. And so I can imagine
Mhm.
sleeping on the floor of a high school for 2 months and then coming
Yeah.
home to that house would freaking rock. So
It is
I'm so happy for
so
you.
much better to be in my house.
Yeah,
So
I
much
love that.
better. So
I
that's my
love that. I love
really
that. Look at
great.
that.
And I am pumped to hear about your summer because this is the summer Chanel became a house owner.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
like instead of the summer I turned pretty because that
instead of the summer I turned pretty, it was the summer that
the
I
summer I paid a
have
mortgage.
been cleaning up a house. So you guys, I've been working, as usual, but this is anti-depressing, so I'll sprinkle in some fun things. I saw Kendrick Lamar a month and a half ago. So
Yeah,
cool.
you did. I
That
didn't
was
even
an
know
awesome.
that.
Oh yeah, girl, I've been kind of doing things on
I
the
don't know
down low.
what
I also got
happened.
married. I had a baby,
Yeah, okay,
but
sounds good. That makes sense. That makes sense.
but
Mhm.
I saw Kendrick Lamar with my sisters, and that was great. Best concert, so good. And
Yeah. Where
then
was it? In Orlando? Did you
it
go
was
to
in
New
New
York?
York. I went
Oh,
to
yeah, you
with my
did.
sisters in New York. It was so fun.
I
And
love
I've
that
been
for you, of
working. We'll skip that
course.
part. I've been grinding, cleaning up the house, getting really excited
Yep.
about it, going day by day. And then I saw Beyonce
It has been
last
the
week.
summer of concerts for you.
You guys, Beyonce, that concert was actually insane. So that was so cool. Saw her. She's just as beautiful. She's more beautiful in real life than like I was taken aback. There
That's
was a point
actually
where I
crazy.
wasn't even singing. I think I was just looking at her on stage.
Yeah,
It
just
was,
shook.
I was
Mhm.
shook. So Beyonce's concert was insane. And then I came home, cleaned up the house more, went to work. And then I saw Superman, and I talked to your boo about it,
Oh,
Jasmine,
okay,
and
okay.
Superman was very good. I
That's
would
amazing.
rate it a 10 because
Nuh-uh, you've been so
because
fatigued by
yes,
anything superhero.
yes, because we just need hope nowadays.
Yeah.
We need hope nowadays. The world's kind of and
Mhm.
Superman was awesome because he was just like nice. He was just nice and he was
Yeah,
like, "Hey, I just want to do good by people." And it was actually cool to watch a
it's refreshing.
superhero just
Mhm.
not be insane. Cuz you know, like in Marvel world where like someone's nice but then all of a sudden like somebody else snaps the whole world away, or like, you know, in
And then they go through some
Guardians.
crisis and they're yeah.
Yeah, or like in Guardians 2, I think it was Guardians 2, when, if you haven't seen it yet, spoiler, but it's also been a
Spoiler.
million years, when Peter
Mhm.
Quill's dad was like so nice the whole movie, and then at the end, in the middle end, he's like is actually the
It's like,
worst
"I've been the bad guy the
person.
whole time." Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you get used to being let down. But
Yeah,
in
that's
this
true.
movie, it was like, okay, Lex Luthor is a bad guy. They kind of established that from the first 30 seconds of that movie. So
That's
you
nice.
know
Yeah,
that
you'd
he's
like
a
to
bad
know.
guy. Yeah, but then Superman, you're like, when is he gonna like get revenge or like be the worst? And he just kind of doesn't.
It's good.
And
Mhm.
yeah, and during the movie, he's like helping people, and he's kind of like, hey, or he's fighting bad guys, and he's like, hey, while he's fighting them, he's like, it's not too late to turn yourself in. Like, I don't want to hurt you.
Good.
It's
Here
not too
for a
late to stop.
redemption arc.
Like,
Okay.
it's really just like it was a great movie,
I love that.
super heavy on like who people might say you are doesn't have to be who you are,
Ooh.
and that like your parents have a huge influence on like
Mm.
who you become, which was
Ooh,
very powerful. So
pressure,
I
yeah.
do think for you and your baby, you guys would definitely cry during the last 5 minutes of that
Yeah,
movie.
that
So it
makes
was
that makes
definitely very good. Yeah, it was
look
really
at
good.
so much, like, Christological imagery in here, and there's a
It
lot of,
really was. Like, it really was. It was giving
undertones, it
kind.
feels.
Yeah, it was giving
Yeah,
kind. During the movie, Lois Lane, or one of the evil characters was like, "Hey, maybe you just trust too many people. Like, I think that's
yeah.
just like one of your flaws." And he's like, "No, maybe that's like my superpower is that I like trust and I believe people."
Oof,
And
there's
I was
something
like,
there.
yeah, and I was like, there's something I'm
I
gonna chew
want to
on.
be
I'm gonna chew
attacked,
on. And
Superman.
also, Superman is a level 3000 fire magnet. He's
Yeah.
so cute, y'all.
So,
You
like,
gotta
how much
see.
of the movie were you like, "This is actually good content," and how much were you like, "Actually, if this guy just stood for 2.5 hours of this movie, I still would have been like 10 out of 10." Be so honest.
No, be for real. Okay, I'm being for real. Let me think.
Like, if it
I would,
wouldn't have been that
for the
good.
pure movie itself,
Okay.
8.5 out of 10.
Okay, okay. But with how he looked in it, 10 out of 10,
10.
12 out of
10.
10, 20.
Infinity. I'm
That is
making the
so funny to me.
infinity sign.
Thank you for being
So,
honest about your review.
yeah, no
That's how
problem.
Rotten Tomatoes should be.
That is.
85 for content. Chanel says, and then it should have like Chanel's review underneath it. 100% for hotties.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chanel's
I also
official review.
did see Jurassic Park. Let's review that. Not that good.
Okay,
Not
you've
that
seen
good.
so many movies. Is
Yeah.
Chris Pratt also in that for like the
No,
18
no, 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 no. They redid Jurassic Park again with
Is
Scarlett
this the
Johansson.
third or fourth time? Because it's too many times, I feel, right?
There's Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3. I think they're originals or whatever. Then
Okay, yeah.
there's Jurassic World, then there's Jurassic World 2. Then now
And
this
this
is
is a new
Jurassic
thing.
Rebirth. So I will say
We gotta
Scarlett
let these
Johansson.
animals die.
Yes, Scarlett Johansson is Scarlett Johansson. So obviously, she's a
So she's
stunning
great.
girl.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm,
she's
mhm,
stunning.
mhm.
But let's talk about the icon of the movie. I'm not talking about a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm talking about Jonathan Bailey from Bridgerton and
It's
Wicked
in
is
it.
in that movie, and he is just as beautiful as you would
You
think
and
he is.
Scarlett Johansson in a movie together is actually that's good. That's good content. It's good
Yeah,
viewing.
and so like two really beautiful,
Mhm.
and like Mahershala Ali is in the movie. He's stunning.
Oh my god.
It had a lot of beautiful people in it.
Yeah.
But it couldn't take away from the fact that we have all seen that movie like 40 times. We've seen
Yeah,
it
in the
already.
same.
It was kind of just like, all right. I mean, like
That's
the
probably
action, okay, but it's kind of like, well, what is the point? you
What
know,
are we
as we're
adding
watching.
here?
Like
Yeah.
at the end of Jurassic World, where the little girl like opens up the thing and she's like, now the dinosaurs can be free. And you're watching it and you're like, what the freak? Like, you're just letting
Why
dinosaurs
are
into
the
like
dinos
freaking
free?
Kansas. Yeah, you're watching like friggin' like raptors fly around the sky, and she's like,
That's actually
now
horrifying.
they're free like me and they don't have to be and you're like, okay, that's a
No, but
little
mm,
that seemed ill thought out. So
yeah.
in this one, they're like, you know, people get bored of the dinosaurs, so we're kind of years past now where people are like, oh, we don't really care anymore, which can
Hmm.
speak to just like the nature of how the world is.
Yeah.
We just kind of get bored.
We get over things
Um,
fast. Yeah.
and so then they're like, we need to
Oh no.
find the dinosaurs and take tissue samples from them because they have big hearts and we can cure heart disease.
With
And
dinos.
with
Okay.
dinosaur heart tissue samples.
That's
Okay,
actually
see?
crazy.
It's the same reaction that I had when I sat
Yeah,
down,
that's
okay?
crazy.
So then the movie keeps going around, and then it just becomes the plot of Jonathan Bailey being like, what if we didn't give it to the company? What if because the company is going to make it expensive and people won't be able to buy it? And then
Mm.
you're watching it and you're like, yeah.
You're
And
like,
then Scarlett
actually,
Johansson,
that's how all medical treatments go.
yeah, and then
Insurance companies are the
are the worst. And then Scarlett Johansson's like, "Oh, I need to make money." And then she's like, "Actually, who do we give it to?" Like at the end, I'm not ruining it for everybody. You guys, we've all seen this movie. At the
Yeah.
end, she's like, "Who
It's
do we give it to?" And Jonathan Bailey's like, "I don't know. Who do you want to give it to?" And she's like, "Everyone." And then it's like, and
true.
they fly on the and they go on the boat back to Earth or whatever the heck they are, and it's just like
Okay.
one of those movies where I just felt like it wasn't worth it. So that
Yeah.
has been my summer: Superman, Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar,
Kendrick.
and Jurassic Park, and that's pretty
Wow.
much been it. I am going to try to
Those
see the
are the highlights.
Fantastic Four this Friday. You might be wondering,
Really
Chanel, why?
big
When do
up.
you heck do you have time to watch these movies?
She doesn't.
Well, I just go to work and I come home. So this is honestly the most exciting of my life as of late. So I am going to see Fantastic Four. The review will be coming next week.
Thank you so much.
So
You're doing a great job keeping me in the loop, though, because like I don't know what's happening anywhere.
and then this is huge news
What?
because Kevin Feige over at Marvel, who's been like running the Marvel
I do not
shiz.
know what's happening.
He's been like running the Marvel shiz for the past
Okay,
like
know
a
that.
million
Know
years.
that
Yeah.
part. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how Marvel's just been like a timeline like monster. Like it's been
Yeah.
everything's been about timelines and
Timelines,
timelines.
and it's
And like
exhausting.
people can't like you can't keep up anymore. If you
Yeah.
haven't watched like
There's like
friggin'
8 of each person. It's so
yes, like
confusing.
if you haven't watched the Scarlet Witch, it's like okay, you miss the whole lore about timelines. And then if you miss Loki, you miss like more of the lore.
More.
So you pretty much just like can't watch anything.
Yes.
So Kevin Feige, of course, Superman came out. Everyone loves it because we need hope right now. It's just like wholesome
Yeah.
movie.
Classic.
It's
Yeah.
just like good. People are like, this is actually the first time in a long time DC's been good.
Yeah.
And Kevin Feige was like, actually,
She's sweating it.
we're gonna revamp Marvel. No more timelines.
Shut up.
No more timelines. That should be the title of this
Amen.
episode. No more
No more
timelines.
timeline.
Because we're done,
That
you
should be the
guys.
name of their next movie.
We're
No more.
done. We're
It is
free.
crazy.
We're
Wasn't
free.
like yeah. I feel like Marvel's directions have been crazy. So I am excited for things to be more clear. Like
Yeah.
when did superhero movies stop being about a person who saves the world from a not as good
Yes.
person? And like
you're
that's
just
how it ends.
watching it. That's
You
like with
just watch it
Superman.
and
You're
then it
sitting
ends
there.
happy, and that's the end of the movie. You know?
Yes, you're watching Superman and you're like, okay, when's like Ultra Superman gonna come, or when's like
Yes.
dimensional
When's
second?
Superman gonna call in all of his backup people because it's too crazy? Like when?
Yeah, but it's literally just Superman being
Mm.
like, I just want to like save people.
Yeah.
So can't
And
wait.
that's simple enough. That's
That
good
is simple
enough.
enough because we just
love
need
that.
that. So I can't wait for Marvel. No more timelines. We're
No more.
tired of it. The Fantastic Four is supposed to be awesome. You know, we're just kind of waiting for them to have their revamp. But
Yep.
right now we're sitting on no more timelines. Other than that,
excited to see what that looks like, because
Yeah.
currently there's like people from different. Like, what are they going to do with the current things? I'm curious about how.
no,
this
because because they're coming out with the Doctor Doom or whatever, the
Yeah.
Mount Doom, or whatever the heck.
And
With
he's
But
Robert
it's
Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey
from
Jr. who
a different
literally died as
timeline.
Iron Man, who's
Yeah,
from
and
a different
he's supposed
timeline.
to be from a different timeline. So how are they, like, they've shot that, right? They've
That's
signed
none of
contracts.
our business. That's none of our business.
That is out of our
So
hands.
you guys,
Honestly, I hope they just don't address that he looks like Iron Man.
I just hope they
Like,
don't address it.
recast him.
I just
We
hope they
would
move
all
on.
be fine. Like, there's not that many good actors, apparently. We had to bring Robert Downey Jr. back. Pretend he doesn't look like Iron Man. Give him some fake hair and just call it a day.
I hope they bring Thanos back and just be like, and just disregard
And
everything that
Captain
happened.
America now. And this is like,
You know what I hope? I just think they should get a Polynesian Captain America. Just completely disregard. Just disregard Sam
and
or
then
whatever
I
the
think
heck his
like
name
the
is.
current, Sam becomes
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like Bucky, and then Bucky becomes Spider-Man.
Because in another timeline,
nothing matters.
in another time, and that's how it feels. It feels like nothing
It is
matters.
so lawless.
And I'm tired
It
of
is so
feeling like
lawless.
nothing matters. I spend so many
I am
hours
tired of
watching.
feeling like nothing matters. Period.
I'm tired. I watch hours of the shows and the movies. And then you know how insane it is at the end of it to find out that there's actually 3 Lokis. And that, like,
it is, and one of them's like a sheep. What is the one? An alligator?
Yeah,
it's like so crazy.
It's crazy. So like,
it is crazy.
We're back, you guys. One timeline. I don't know
why we went on such a long Marvel tangent, but I do want to continue it by saying this.
Yeah,
Marvel needs to start taking greater advantage of Tom Holland because he is a crowd favorite. Like, people love Tom Holland, and like, I know they're making another Spider-Man movie, but like, come on. Like, we've been sitting on this.
Like, if he was in 4 timelines.
Yes. And like, why isn't he, I don't know, whatever they're doing with like who's going to be running the Avengers, like, why isn't it him? Like, everybody wants to watch movies with Tom Holland in it. What are they doing? Like, they
Tom
are
Holland
a resource. That's what
Tom Holland is going to be in the Odyssey, which does come out in 2026, which I did try to buy a ticket, and they all are already sold out because they are pre-selling these tickets to the Odyssey. So if you wanted to see the Odyssey next summer,
you can't have fun seeing it when it comes out.
You honest to God missed it. You got to catch it on streaming.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which, speaking of streaming, the last thing about my summer, kind of also segueing into the story, is, Jasmine, have you watched Love Island? Have you ever watched it?
Okay, I have watched like a couple episodes in the past of my life with some of our good friends who like watching it.
Yeah.
And this summer is the first time that I feel like it is everywhere. Like, it has become such a cultural, and maybe it always was, and I just wasn't on those circles of the internet, but I feel like everyone is talking about this. So this summer I actually have been watching, but I am not in any way caught up because aren't we on like episode 40 or something? I did not understand when I watched episode 1 that it comes out every day.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like, oh, there's probably like 10 episodes for the summer. I was very underprepared for the full-time job it is to be a Love Islander. Like, just to keep up.
Thank you for saying that, because
it
comes on every day. Every day except for Wednesday. And on Saturdays, there's like a clip show, and like nobody wants to watch that.
Oh, like the After Sun thing?
Yeah, like After Sun. So weird. Honest to God, some people would say the only thing keeping them going is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I would say that he's a factor. But during this summer, the only thing keeping me going was watching kind of Love
like
Island.
A communal, like, do you feel united to the people of the nation? Because
I really do.
Like, is it a communal thing? Like, I'm genuinely curious about the fandom.
I really do. And I will say this before I comment more on Love Island.
It's crazy.
The show is crazy. It's disgusting, dare I say.
Yeah.
Would I watch that with anyone's mother?
No.
Besides Jasmine? No.
Yeah.
Would I recommend it to people? No. Because it's kind of insane. It's a lot of kissing. And in a gross way, where they don't even use mouthwash between kissing people, so it's pretty gross.
It's gross, and it's like way worse than the Bachelor franchise.
It's wet. So
Way worse.
if you logged off this show for what we said about The Bachelor, go ahead and just click
You
off,
just
babe,
click that off.
because you're gonna hate Love Island, babe. So
Yeah, it is
essentially,
like problematic, I will say.
for
You know,
sure,
but
for
like
sure.
also, I mean, we're adult. You know, like it's okay.
But
And
also,
like
are you gonna go outside and just try to like smooch everybody? Probably not.
no. And I do think it is like the communal aspect is interesting to me. Like I
It
know
is.
the Bachelor franchise often is like Bachelor Nation, Bachelor Nation.
Yeah.
And they
Bachelor's been falling
heavy
off
on
though, which
that.
is a shame. Yeah.
It has. And like they didn't do a Bachelorette season, but then they're doing Bachelor in Paradise and like who cares? Which is
Yeah.
like their kind of wannabe Love Island, I feel. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's trying to do the
And
same
Grant
thing.
broke up with what's her name?
Nuh-uh.
Broke up. Done. Broke up.
That's actually sad.
So see, the thing about that is I don't care.
Love
And
guy.
because they're kind of falling off a
that
little.
much because you also all were like, is this gonna,
Yeah.
you know?
Didn't love
Yeah,
him.
it's very interesting. But yeah, it's an interesting like thing to be united on. Like it's cool
Yeah.
to have something that you can like chat with people about, be able to be like, oh, did you see that? You know, like we'll take anything for community. You saw the
Honest to
way
God.
this nation was brought together by two people cheating at a Coldplay concert. And that was the most unity I've seen in this nation in so long.
Jasmine?
Yeah.
Have you seen like Burger King posting about like that?
No,
Like
Aldi tweeting about it. It's actually crazy. Like
I
all the
need for
fast
you to
foods
give
are in
people
the
some
chat.
context because people might be like, "What the heck are you talking about?
Okay,
Why are you
have
going
been
from Love
living
Island to
under
Coldplay?"
a literal rock. I told my parents about this because I was like, you
Yeah.
have to know what's happening in the pop culture world. Everybody knows about this.
Yeah.
So if you've been living under a rock, this CEO of astronomer,
Mm-hmm.
the astronomer, who cares? This rich CEO dude was with the head of human resources. Essentially, it was for Office fans, it was a Michael and Holly situation.
Pretty much.
And they are like snuggling on each other. He's behind her, hugging her at a Coldplay concert. And then Coldplay like panned the camera and was doing like a kiss cam type thing. And when it got to them, they like hid. And the lead singer of Coldplay was like, either they're really shy or we just caught people having an affair. And they were having an affair, kind of insanity at a Coldplay concert to just be in the open with someone who is not your spouse. She was married and so is he. She's married to a CEO. I saw this tweet that was like, girls, save some CEOs for the rest of us. And I
Honest to God.
actually crazy. People think this is like one of the funniest things that's ever happened, mainly because the way that the guy, the CEO, handled it is the day after he like wrote this public apology that essentially was like, I was filmed without my consent. Like it wasn't an apology. It was like, please give me privacy while I handle this with my family. Probably said sorry because he was supposed to, you know, but then was like, they shouldn't have panned to me. Like they shouldn't be filming without my consent. And then Coldplay's lead singer like retweeted it and put like, at all concerts moving forward, there will be a section for those who want to come to the concert with their like with the people they're having affairs with that will not be filmed.
And honest to God,
but so funny.
He could have just let it go. Like, and the thing is if you watch the video, you guys, they were hugging it up, loved up. And he dropped to the ground. When the camera panned on him, he dropped to the ground and she turned around. And honest to God, I think if the camera would have panned to them and they just would have existed for a second.
They just would have stood there.
And then let the camera go.
No one would have noticed.
No one would have noticed.
And
because like people aren't filming Coldplay
who,
concerts.
Like, recognize them. Yeah, they got caught. But it's like now you got caught by the nation, by the world. Have you seen the videos of like at Major League Baseball games now? They're doing the and everyone's pretending, and even like the mascots are pretending to be them and like reenacting it. They are like the laughing stock of the nation, and just nothing will unite people, like the division of two families.
So here's the lesson here. Nothing will unite people like division. And here at Anti-Depressing, that's what we're trying to say. We're trying to say that another lesson here is if you cheat, it's going to come for you.
You will be the
You'll get caught and you'll be the laughing stock of America. Absolutely.
Because it is truly just so crazy. And like, God bless that they got caught, because nobody deserves to get to live in secret. Like, it's just not a move.
Yeah. And also they don't care. Not enough to even live in secret, because it's like
No,
you're at a whole concert.
No, you don't care. The amount of disrespect for like your spouse. Like, not only are you having an affair, but then you're like like you wanted to get caught. There has to be like a part of you that kind of wanted to get caught, in my opinion. And also, like, I just can't get over like people's inability to take ownership of their mistakes. And I'm sure there's some deeper undertones here of like guilt and shame. And I'm sure he's struggling with that and she's struggling with it. I have not seen like any public statement from her. But I'm sure there's like guilt and shame in that. But like, how often do we all just run from our stuff and be like, well, that person shouldn't have whatever, or that would have whatever. Like this guy trying to blame Coldplay and act like they knew him and knew whatever. Like, be serious.
Be
like,
for
it's
real.
Not that deep. People aren't out to expose your sins. But like, maybe you just should own when you mess up.
That part.
Maybe then people would still have like an ounce of respect, you know?
Whoa. And the lesson for today is just owning your shiz. And you know who else didn't own their shiz?
Own a lot?
Literally, we were about to say the same thing. You go ahead.
No, you say it.
No, you actually go ahead. Yeah. No, because it was actually like so good that we were both about to say the same thing. That
I love it so much.
No, please.
So one of our great listeners, our friend Ryan, sent us this story that this is going to be the only real story today. I know we've sprinkled in some pop culture during this episode, but really this was our summer recap. This was It's Summertime from High School Musical too. But this story rose above and he sent it to us, and it's so important to us. It is an article in collaboration with Chase and Zell, sponsored by Chase and Zell. I wonder how much they paid for this. And it's about Joe Jonas's 4 favorite meals to split in Williamsburg. It says Joe takes us on a tour through his favorite neighborhood in a new video series with Chase and Zell. There's a lot of interesting things here. Most importantly, how bad do you think the economy has to be for people to actually read an article and watch videos about Joe Jonas, Joseph Jonas, the middle child of the Jonas Brothers trio, having to split meals via Zelle? Why?
You know, when you sent this article, I thought to myself, I fear that we are in the bad place.
I
fear that, like,
I fear it.
Like, I think that I'm reading an article co-published by Chase and Zell to promote some new split thing that they're trying to do to get people to split things on their app. And I'm thinking to myself, I just like can't even imagine.
Yeah.
If Joe Jonas is going to Williamsburg and he buys a burger, which is one of the items, and turns to someone and says, "Hey, yo, can you Zell me?" If Joe Jonas does that, then honest to God, I need to start saving more.
And I do think something to be noted here is, for all of us just like peasants out there, never feel bad for Venmo requesting your friends.
Because Joe Jonas is.
I guess it's Zell requesting.
Be specific.
Maybe he's not low enough to be Venmoing people, but he sure is Zelling people. And I just think like there's no shame in that. Like, things are expensive, and sometimes you just need to split the bill, because even Joe Jonas does. And honestly, one of the things on here is, I like need to know how much this costs. Is a grilled cheese?
I was literally looking at that too. That looks good though.
It looks
It's a
very
grilled
good.
cheese and a bottle of wine from Sauced.
Yes, which okay, to be an interesting thing, sauced on their menu at least does not, it only has like their wines. So I can't get a price here on this grilled cheese. How expensive do you think grilled cheese needs to be for Joe Jonas to split up?
I feel like for Joe Jonas to split it, it would need to be like $14.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
One of
like
the things is lattes and a pound cake. Be serious, Joe.
BFFR. If Joe Jonas asked for me to split a pound cake and a
Mhm,
Hojita latte,
mhm.
I would absolutely lose my shiz.
That would be it for me. And
That would
also,
be it.
I'm going to say something else.
Yeah.
One, I'm sure this divorce has financially drained him a tad
Uh-oh,
to the
she's going for
point
the
that
divorce.
he is even taking this money in the first place to do an ad about him splitting meals, but also maybe he is for the first time in his life having to be like, actually, bro, like, can you sell me for that muffin? Because I cannot just be out here in these streets buying people muffins. Like, I
Mm,
can't be doing it. And he's just realizing that. And then also, like, I just also think maybe he's going to have a hard time back out in this dating pool if he's
mm,
just Venmo Zelle
mm,
Zelle splitting things with people. Maybe he's been out
mm.
of the game too long, you know?
Yeah. So the lesson from this story is if you're going to go on a date with Joe Jonas, maybe bring some cash.
Bring some cash or have your bank account. Make sure you have Chase. Most
Mm,
important.
mm-hmm,
Be ready.
mm-hmm,
And that your Zelle is like readily available
mm-hmm.
because you just don't know.
You just
And
don't know.
you are going to have to pay for your own stuff if you go with anyone, but especially if you go with Joe Jonas.
And I think with the way that the economy is working, you guys, that splitting will be the reality. So
Splitting is who we are now.
this show is anti-depressing, but we have to be serious, you guys.
We
We
have
need
to be
y'all to
honest with
save.
you.
We need y'all to save.
We need you to be serious
We need
because
you to be
if
serious.
Joe Jonas is sharing, so are you, babe.
We need you to
So are
save.
you. Nobody, chivalry just can't thrive in this economy, I don't think.
You had a hard day at work, and on your way home, you're like, I'll just buy food from a restaurant on my way
You
home.
won't. You won't.
You know who
Okay,
doesn't buy a meal for themselves at a restaurant on the way home? Not Joe Jonas.
not Joe Jonas. Not unless someone's going to split that burger. Do you want to know the price of a burger? I
Yeah.
want you to guess for me. How expensive do you think a burger needs to be for Joe Jonas to split it? Now, he is splitting
Okay.
a pasta dish and a burger. I'll find out the price of the pasta dish as well.
The burger has to be like $22.
21. Very
No
good.
friggin' way. Okay,
Very
that sounds New
good.
York. All right, okay.
Yep, it makes so much sense. Now, the pasta is not on here, but the one that he desired, but I will give you
Mhm.
a different priced one. How expensive do you think the pasta needs to be?
I do believe that I'm going to say $18.
23. Pretty expensive. But to be honest, for a meal, like we're talking in total, drinks and everything, they could be paying like in the 1 to 150 range. If you're getting
Mm,
really expensive drinks, tipping
mhm,
well.
mhm.
That still is a crazy normal amount of money for a day for Joe Jonas to be splitting. Like you are acting like you're going to like Roos Crit like on Beastos and like
That is true.
fancier. Like that's peasant fancy. You know, like his
Mm,
fancy. I mean, it's just interesting. It's
it's just
interesting
interesting.
too that just they think we are gullible enough to believe that this is true. To
But
believe that
here's the
for the
deal.
restaurant that he's splitting at, you know?
But here's the deal. Celebrities are just like us. Remember during the COVID pandemic when all of the celebrities recorded themselves singing Imagine? Remember
Yeah,
that? And
because
they
they're
all
just like us.
and they were like, "We're just like you guys. We know that you guys are getting fired, losing people you love, but imagine all the people." You know, imagine.
Imagine them.
Yeah, imagine them. Not us though.
No,
But
but
imagine
you
them.
guys.
Imagine them. You know, I'm sure that Jeff Bezos and his new wife were also like, imagine when they were getting
Imagine,
married in
because they're
Venice
like,
this
we
summer.
also are
Imagine.
Zell splitting the expenses for our wedding.
Imagine.
Imagine.
So you guys,
What a world. What a life.
we love y'all. And we need you guys to imagine downloading the Fio app and listening to this show on Fio app.
That's it. Very good, Chanel.
And we need y'all to take away from this episode that we need y'all to own your shiz, encourage us to own our stuff too.
Yep.
And we need you to imagine all the people that are splitting with Chase's new split pay program.
Not an ad. This episode is in no way sponsored by Chase's Health or Joe Jonas, because he doesn't have money to sponsor us.
He does not. He's buying a burger. He does not have that cash. But you guys, we love y'all. We're happy to be back. Can't wait to talk to y'all next week.
Bless up.
Bless up, because the world feels a tinge depressing.
But we are not.
We're really not. Love you guys. Bye.
Love.